Well, here we go again, friends. If you haven't heard the news, Broadcom has yet again made sweeping changes to VMware, this time to VMUG and specifically VMUG Advantage. Let's talk about it because it's not good. Hey there, HomeLabbers, self-hosters, IT pros, and engineers. Rich here. Big news dropped last week when Broadcom brought the final axe down on VMUG Advantage at VMware Explore Barcelona. On the 5th of November, the VMware user group, known as VMUG, of which I was once a VMUG leader out here in Portland, sent out this deeply saddening email. All current VMUG Advantage members received this email stating, "Today in Barcelona at VMware Explore, Broadcom announced a new program that gives Advantage members an exclusive path to VCF and VVS personal use licenses. This program will alter the current path to eval experience within VMUG Advantage. As an Advantage member, we want to ensure you have details on this change." Then the email goes on to say, under important details, November 30, 2024 is the final date to access eval experience licenses through the current VMUG Advantage process. The Kavuto on the Hub platform will be available until this date, allowing you to download any remaining licenses. Going on to say, after November 30, the current process for downloading eval experience licenses will end, and the licenses will no longer be automatically provided through VMUG Advantage. This means, dear VMUG Advantage friends, regardless of what your VMUG Advantage membership status is, or how much time you have left in your subscription, after November 30, you will cease to have any access to any software you're entitled to, and the licenses will no longer be automatically provided through VMUG Advantage. Furthermore, it says, VMUG Advantage users will have a new pathway for obtaining VCF and VVS non-production personal use licenses through Broadcom's VCP program. More details on this program will be shared as they become available. And with that, Broadcom has killed VMUG Advantage and very likely VMUG as a whole. I can't say that I'm surprised. In fact, I suspected this would end up being the case when Broadcom killed access to free ESXi. And while I made my peace and moved on months ago, this still just angers me so much. Before I go into Rant Town though, let's talk about the paltry consolation prize Broadcom has decided to replace VMUG Advantage with. Here's what Broadcom said in their official announcement. In the November 5th press release on their website, in a single paragraph under the title Free VCF Licenses through VMUG Advantage for VCF Certified Professionals, Broadcom states, VMUG is an independent, global, customer-led organization created to maximize members' use of VMware and partner solutions through knowledge sharing, training, collaboration, and events. In a new exclusive benefit to VMware user group VMUG members, Broadcom will provide VMUG Advantage subscribers a 50% discount on VMware Certified Professional (VCP) and VMware Certified Advanced Professional (VCAP) certification exams. Upon successful completion of a VMware Cloud Foundation certification exam, VCP or VCAP, VMUG Advantage members will have access to a free personal use VMware Cloud Foundation license for up to 3 years. Gee, that sounds like such a great deal. You're the best, Broadcom. To surmise, if you want a discount on VCP or VCAP certification exams, you can join VMUG Advantage, and that's likely the only benefit you'll get from being an Advantage member. Doesn't really seem like an advantage anymore, does it? Furthermore, the only means of gaining access to any VMware software will come from Papa Broadcom directly, and only if you hold a current VCP or VCAP certification. This creates a cause and effect dilemma. If you can only access VCF software when you have a VCP or VCAP certification, but you very much need access to VMware software to obtain a VCP or VCAP certification, how are you supposed to get a certification in the first place? And that's the key to this shit show of an exciting announcement. Time for my rant. In only a single paragraph of text, Broadcom has closed off the final pathway for new engineers to make their way into the VMware ecosystem. The only reason I brought VMware into every org that I worked at was because I was able to run it, experiment with it, and learn it on my own before I brought it into a production system. I learned, practiced, broke, fixed, studied, and got my VCP all because I had access to ESXi and VMUG Advantage. Now the only way new engineering blood is going to get any experience in VMware VCF, VVF, or whatever is to hope they get a job at a company that already uses VMware and is willing to let them cut their teeth on what? Production systems? When was the last time you ever heard of a corporation using VMware hiring infrastructure engineers with no VMware experience? It doesn't happen. You know what I want? I want someone at VMware to respond to this video in the comments and explain to me how this could possibly be a good thing for the future of VMware. Like, how do you expect to get new blood into VMware when you've put up an impossible wall around the means of learning and using the software? You're just gonna tell them to just read a book, buy discounted certs from VMUG, and then take the test? Is that how you learned? By all means, you let me know. I also want to know how this isn't a direct attack on the VMware community by Broadcom. Why does Broadcom care so little for their customers and the community built up over decades? This community used to evangelize VMware. I used to evangelize VMware. Go look at my past content. And how were we all rewarded? Well, Broadcom stripped away ESXi free, which one VMware employee casually mentioned publicly was because they didn't want people getting something for free. Fine. We still had VMUG Advantage, we were all still part of the community, and we were paying yearly licensing, but that wasn't good enough for Broadcom either, it seems. And finally, my heart goes out to VMUG. Sure, I moved on months ago, but the people working at VMUG believe in the mission of VMUG and the community. And VMUG Advantage is a big chunk of the revenue that funded that operation. I hope there's a light at the end of this dumpster fire for them and the organization, and if they do find a way to survive this, it will be in no part by Broadcom. I hate being angry like this, so let me leave you with what I'm gonna do about it. Obviously, I've moved my HomeLab off VMware onto Proxmox and it's been fantastic. If you're still using VMware at home, get moving onto something else, whether it's Proxmox, which is fantastic, XCP&G, which is also fantastic. Nutanix CE is great if you've got the hardware for it, and hell, even Hyper-V works fine. Next, professionally, get your company off VMware. If you're big, you're probably gonna have to eat another 3 years, but use that 3 years to get your tech stack moved anywhere else. Open source, closed source, just don't reward their terrible behavior with your money. And lastly, get involved in more communities. Nutanix has a user group. It's open to all, regardless whether you're running CE or enterprise. Get involved in the Proxmox and XCP&G communities online. Join Discords. See if there are any in-person groups around. There are a ton of people out there just like you and me who also see the value in community and how high tides raise all boats. And that, friends, will do it for this rather short video. If you liked it, throw us a sub and a like, and if you have a beef with anything I've said here, let me know in the comments below. Special thank you to our YouTube members. You guys help keep the lights on, and we thank you for it. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider becoming a member or buying some of our swag. It all helps us keep making these videos. And now that you finished watching this video, how about checking out this playlist over here of other great virtualization videos we've done in the past. If you're looking for your next great virtualization platform that's not VMware, we can help.